Hello and welcome back to Green Pips FX. And on today's video, guys, I want to speak about structure. Now, we need to understand the types of structure, right? The information that I'm about to give you is worth a lot, right? So better pay attention to this, right? So in structure, we have major and minor structure, right? So we might, in case we in a bullish trend, right, we can have structure pushing like this, right? So we can have structure pushing like this, and then we can have something like this, right? There, right? I know it's poor drawing, but it's just for educational purposes. So we can have structure pushing like this, right? So let me just put these to look a little more beautiful. There, right? So let's put you like that and put you like that. Boom. So we can have structure pushing like this, right? Now we need to know what's the overall structural trend in terms of major structure, or sometimes we call it order flow. And then we need to see intermediary structure, or that minor structure, right? Or sometimes they're called candlestick structure. So from this uptrend here, we have our major swing points, our major structure being a low, right? A high, a higher low, and a higher high, right? That comes to take out this structural high here, right? Forget everything above there, right? Let's just focus on this here. So this is our overall major structure, or our order flow. So the market in this case is what? Price made a high, made a low, a higher low, and then a higher high. Hence what? It's a bullish structure, since we're seeing breaks of structure to the top side. Now, within this structure, right, we have minor points of structure, or this intermediary structure in here, right? So in this case, we have in this some, they're called extension, retracement, and then extension again, right? So in this extension, we need to see an uptrend, right? In this minor structure. So we have a higher low, a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then higher low, and then higher high, right? And from there, since price now is making its pullback, we need to see a change of character from bullish to bearish to indicate that this price here is now making a pullback, right? So from there, we have a potential higher low, lower high, and then lower low, right? So now firstly, you have this intermediary change of character in here, right? And then price makes another lower low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, which now indicates the overall change of character, right? And then price makes again a lower high, and then lower low, right? So this is minor structure, right? So when we're trading, for example, let's say this was our setup here. We had price pushing, price creating a high, and then we were expecting price to make a low, right, from an area of demand in here, and then from there we could now anticipate, so let's put this like that, and then from here, let's say from this area of demand here, we were expecting price to make a low there, and then from there we could now see price going bullish from here to break this high here, right? So this is our overall structural interpretation. Now when we have something like this, right, when we want to trade this, we want to make sure that this major structure matches with this inner structure in here, right? We need to make sure that all of these two structures are aligned together, right? If we want to have a buy in a bullish trend, then we need to make sure that the overall major structure is bullish, and intermediary or minor structure is also bullish, right? So if we want to take an entry from here, we'll wait to see this intermediary trend realign with this overall major trend. So from there, what do we have, right? We have a lower low, right? So from here we have a bearish market. So price makes a lower high, and then creates what? A higher low, which fails to break structure, and then breaks bullish right there, boom, with this change of character here and this one here, right? So this breaks both the intermediate, both this inner low and this outer low, right? So we have a change of character there, a change of character here, which pretty much originated from this low here. So from there we'll be having a low here, right? That came from this high, which made this high here, that took out this major low here, right? So that took out this high here to indicate that change of structure. So from there, we'll be pretty much ranging from this low to this high. Hence, we'll need to see price retrace into an area of demand, and then from there we can now catch the buys and target this high as our overall liquidity run. Right, so this is the beauty of understanding structure. Now let's go into price action. So this is just theoretical analysis, right? So let's now go into actual price action and see how all of this works. So we have so from there we have a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, right? So now you can see that the trend, this inner trend has already realigned with this outer trend, right? The minor structure has already realigned with the major structure. So this structure here is now valid for trades. so from there, let's now go into this price action here and see how did we take this trade based on what I just explained here. So when we look at the outside higher time frame major structure, we can now see that structure created a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. So at this point here, so let's just go and replay this. Let's just okay, just here, right? Just here. There. So from there, we were now, what were we expecting from here, right? What do you think we were expecting when we were at this level here, when price had created this uptrend and price was just here, right? So we had an area of demand in here, I believe, was it in the 30 minutes? So in the overall bullish anticipation, we're expecting for price to come in here and then go up to target these highs here as the next liquidity run, no? So from there, let's now go to the, I believe, was it the 30-minute chart? Yeah, so this is the area. So this is the overall outside picture that we were in a bullish trend, right? From there, there, there. And then so we're expecting a short leg there and then a continuation bullish, right? So this is our overall anticipation based on major trend. So from here, once we created this high after the break of structure here, so we had a low that created a high and we had an area of demand here that we were expecting for price to come. Sorry, this drawing is just way too awful. To come here, mitigate this area and then leave to go bullish and target the overall highs, right? So from there, so let's now just play price until it reaches this area, boom. So after price tapped into our area here, we just went to the 15-minute chart where now we could clearly see how the inner structure was going, right there. So now we are in the 15-minute chart, right? So let's see how the intermediary structure in the 15-minute chart is pushing, right? So price made a high, a low, a high, and then a change of character right here to make a lower low, right? And from there, price just continued creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So you can see that throughout all this pullback here, price was pretty much bearish. Now, if price is bearish, then what do we need to see in order for us to take a bullish trade, a buy trade from here, right? We need to see this bearish trend change and realign bullish in order and go bullish in order to realign with this with the overall outside major trend. So from there we had a low that came from this high, so we were pretty much just looking for this high here. We're looking for this high here to be taken out and price to make a change of character, and from that change of character there we could now see price go up, come down into this area of demand, and from there we could now catch our trades and target the overall high, of course. So what happened after that? Boom, right there, right? So price now changes its character by making a low from which this low here originated from this, I mean this high originated from this low. So now we have a high which came from this low here, right? So we are pretty much in a range. So let's see. Okay, so price creates another high here. Let's just call it this high here, a high that came from a low, right? And from there we were expecting price to come back and mitigate this area of demand here, since it had imbalances and it was yet to be mitigated. And from there we can now just catch our trade and go bullish from there. Of course, the stop was just below, the stop loss is just below the low, right? And that's what price that did, right? So price came in, tapped, triggered our entry, played around a little bit, right? Came in for deeper mitigation, and their price goes right to the take profit target area. Right, so this is how you can see that price here came from a lower high, a lower low, and then from there a high high was created, right? So with the formation of this high high here, price had already realigned bullish in accordance to the bullish major structure, which enable us to catch the buy entries and to be accurate with the market. Now, from there, I hope this video was very informative to you. And if it was, then don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, turn that bell button on for notifications. And until the next one, guys, stay safe, have a nice trading week, and of course, peace out.